Hi everybody, my name is Jimmy Apodaca. This is going to be my first upload to YouTube. Those of you who are watching probably already do know me, but for those of you who don't, I'll give you a little bit of a preface to who I am. I'm 20 years old. I live in a small town called Jonesboro, Texas. Nothing really goes on around here. For the past couple of years, I've been in and out of college trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, because that's what everyone told me I needed to do. And nothing really stood out to me, so I just kind of picked a major that I thought I would see as beneficial to my life. So I started doing this this program right after I graduated college, or high school. Right after I graduated high school, and I started taking all the prerequisites for the program. The program was a PTA program, which is what I'm doing now. But I took a few steps backwards. I graduated in 2017, and now it is almost 2020. We're in December of 2019, and it seems like I went to college for a semester, then I worked, then to college, then I worked, then to college. So I started at Central Texas College, and then I decided, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do photography. So I quit doing the prerequisites for the PTA program and started doing photography, or thought I was going to start doing photography. Bought all the equipment, which is what I'm doing now. I started working. I was doing construction. I was doing framing work with my uncle, and I didn't find any fulfillment in doing that, and I wasn't pursuing my photography like I thought I would be. So I decided, why don't I go get a degree in photography? So I decided to look at my options, and the best one I found that was affordable, an associate's degree, was at TSTC, but it was only available 7 hours away from where I lived. So I moved 7 hours away and started doing that program. Soon came to realize I didn't like being 7 hours away, so I quit that too. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed all the classes I was taking. My professor said I was at the top of my class, but I just didn't like missing, all the family events. And I was dating, or I still am dating, this girl, and I missed her a lot too. It's one of the reasons I came home. But we decided, the two of us, me and my girlfriend, were going to go to Tarleton State University after I got home. And we were both going to continue pursuing our passions. She was going to be a communications major, and I was going to be in a photography major. I soon come to find out that my original plan was to work at the same time and go to school, so like I would be able to pay it off so much and not have student loan debt. I soon came to realize that that wasn't going to be an option. I was taking 12 hours in courses, and I think the total for the semester was going to be, I want to say it was like 10,000 something a semester. And there's no way I would have been able to work that off without taking out some loans. So I didn't want to do that. Eventually, I think it was like the same week I got there, I dropped out, started working again, moved home, lived with my parents. So I started working for an AC company in Hamilton, Texas, which is about 15 miles from where I actually live. So I did that for about 8 months, I would say, through the summer. And then in the fall, I picked up back where I left off the year I graduated, and I'm continuing my PTA degree. So as of now, the plan is to eventually get my associate's degree and become a physical therapy assistant, while on the side running a photography and videography business, so that eventually in the future, one of my goals, or one of me and my girlfriend's goals in the future, is to own a wedding venue and have in-house videography and photography, and she'll do the event coordination. But as of recently, we've both been having like struggles with identity and feeling like everyone around us is more successful than us, which is not the case. So I'm going to break this down so that y'all understand where I'm coming from. Nowadays, so we tend to look at people on social media like they have all their stuff together just because that's what they're displaying on their social media. You never see their bad times, their down times, their times of waiting for something like the next step to happen. You just see them, oh, they're all married, they have their own jobs, they have their own place. And you're sitting at home like, I'm single, I live with my parents, you know, I've been in and out of school. So everything takes time, you know. I've come to realize that everything is in perfect timing. I'm not in charge of that. And without having stopped and started, like, I definitely know I want to get a degree. I don't want to do construction for the rest of my life. So for those of you who are struggling with identity, don't put too much emphasis on what people are putting on social media. You know, be patient with where you're at, and then keep enduring, and the good things will happen. I like to base a lot of what I'm saying from what I learned from the Bible. In Exodus 14:14, it says you shouldn't have to worry about doing anything. God will fight for you. Just be still. And to me, you know, that's comforting. Like, I'm not in control, you know. All I have to do is wait, have faith, and things will work itself out for how it's supposed to be. And then in Galatians 6:9, I don't necessarily know this one by heart, but it says, actually I'm going to start in Galatians 6:4. I'm just going to read it off of my smartphone. It says, pay careful attention to your own work, for then you'll get the satisfaction of a job well done. And you won't need to compare yourself to anyone else, for we are each responsible for our own conduct. Those who are taught the Word of God should provide for their teachers, sharing all good things with them. Don't be misled. You cannot mock the justice of God. You will always harvest what you plant. Those who live only to satisfy their own sinful nature will harvest decay and death from that sinful nature. But those who live to please the Spirit will harvest everlasting life from the Spirit. So let's not get tired. So this is verse 9. So let's not get tired of doing what is good. At just the right time, we will reap a harvest of blessing if we don't give up. You know, I don't know if anyone needed to hear this or if it was just me needing to say it to myself, but if you got something out of this, leave a comment below and I'll continue making content just like this. It was good chatting with you guys. I'll see you next time.